The music, the costumes, the hair, together they formed an unmistakable cultural signature that defined ABBA as more than a pop group. There has only ever been one ABBA, in the sense that no other musical act has so completely unified sound, visual identity, and emotional storytelling into a single artistic system. Their work functioned on multiple levels at once: immediately accessible pop songs, carefully structured musical compositions, and visually distinctive performances that reinforced emotional meaning. The costumes were not decorative afterthoughts, but extensions of musical intent, translating rhythm and tone into visual form. Their hairstyles, staging, and performance design created an instantly recognizable aesthetic language that transcended geography and language. At the center of this system stood Benny Andersson, whose musical intelligence shaped the emotional foundation of the group. His melodies were structurally precise yet emotionally expansive, capable of carrying both simplicity and complexity within a single phrase. Working alongside Björn Ulvaeus, he helped redefine what popular music could achieve, transforming it from entertainment into a structured emotional experience. ABBA's identity was therefore not accidental but carefully constructed, balancing artistry and accessibility in a way that allowed their influence to endure far beyond their original era. Stockholm origins and the formation of a musical sensibility. Benny Andersson was born on December 16, 1946, in Stockholm, Sweden, into a family where music was not an abstract aspiration, but an everyday presence. His earliest exposure came through the accordion, an instrument taught to him by both his father and grandfather, embedding in him a natural understanding of folk rhythm and melodic structure. This early foundation gave him an instinctive sense of musical phrasing, long before formal education shaped his development. As he grew older, Andersson expanded his musical range by teaching himself piano, a transformative step that opened access to harmonic complexity and compositional depth. The piano allowed him to move beyond folk simplicity into layered arrangements that would later define his songwriting style. His influences were diverse and wide-ranging, spanning Swedish folk traditions and the global rise of rock and roll. Among these influences, Elvis Presley played a particularly important role, shaping Andersson's understanding of emotional delivery and musical presence. By the age of 15, he left school to pursue music full-time, entering Sweden's evolving 1960s pop scene. Early band experiences provided him with practical songwriting and arranging skills, revealing a talent that quickly distinguished him from his peers. The partnership that reframed pop songwriting. The collaboration between Benny Andersson and Björn Ulvaeus became one of the most influential creative partnerships in modern music history. Björn Ulvaeus brought lyrical precision, narrative clarity, and emotional storytelling, while Andersson contributed harmonic structure, melodic invention, and compositional depth. Together, they developed a songwriting approach that treated pop music as a disciplined craft rather than a disposable product. Initially, their work was not intended for performance by themselves but for other artists, allowing them to refine their writing without the pressures of public identity. This creative distance encouraged experimentation with form, rhythm, and emotional pacing. Over time, their collaboration became increasingly integrated, with lyrics and music evolving simultaneously rather than sequentially. This method produced songs with a unified emotional logic, where melody and meaning reinforced each other naturally. Even before ABBA was formed, their partnership had already begun redefining expectations of pop composition. They demonstrated that commercial music could carry structural sophistication and emotional depth without sacrificing accessibility. This balance became a defining feature of their later success and a key reason for their enduring global influence. Formation of ABBA and the power of vocal duality. The formation of ABBA brought together two composers and two vocalists, whose combined strengths created a uniquely balanced musical identity. Agnetha Fältskog contributed a clear, emotionally immediate vocal style that conveyed vulnerability and emotional transparency, while Anni Frid Lyngstad brought a deeper, more textured voice shaped by jazz and cabaret influences. When combined, these voices produced a dynamic contrast that became central to ABBA's sound. This dual vocal structure allowed songs to express multiple emotional perspectives simultaneously, adding narrative depth to accessible pop arrangements. The group experimented with several names and identities before settling on ABBA, derived from the initials of its members. Unlike many contemporary pop groups, ABBA functioned as a tightly integrated creative unit in which composition, lyric writing, and vocal performance were interdependent. This structure ensured that no single element dominated the artistic process. Instead, each component reinforced the others, resulting in a cohesive and instantly recognizable musical identity. The interplay between voices became one of the defining characteristics of their work, giving their songs emotional complexity beneath their polished pop exterior. Waterloo and the moment of global transformation. The breakthrough moment for ABBA arrived in 1974, with their participation in the Eurovision Song Contest and the performance of Waterloo. At a time when Eurovision favored traditional ballads and restrained staging, ABBA introduced a performance that was energetic, theatrical, and visually bold. The song, written by Benny Andersson and Björn Ulvaeus, combined driving rhythm, memorable melodic hooks, and a sense of stylistic confidence that immediately set it apart. Their stage presentation reinforced the music's energy through coordinated costumes and dynamic movement, creating a fully integrated performance experience. Winning Eurovision was not merely a competition victory but a cultural turning point that launched ABBA onto the international stage. Waterloo quickly became a global hit, demonstrating that pop music could transcend linguistic and cultural boundaries through melody and emotional clarity. The success validated Andersson and Ulvaeus's songwriting philosophy and established ABBA as a major international force. From this moment onward, they were no longer a regional act, but a global phenomenon, with their artistic identity rapidly expanding across continents and audiences. Global success and the expansion of emotional pop. Following their Eurovision victory, ABBA entered a period of extraordinary global success, producing a series of songs that defined the sound of an era. Tracks such as Dancing Queen, Fernando, Mamma Mia, Knowing Me, Knowing You, and The Winner Takes It All demonstrated increasing emotional and musical sophistication. Dancing Queen, in particular, became one of their most iconic works, combining uplifting rhythm with deep emotional resonance. Benny Andersson's compositions evolved significantly during this period, incorporating orchestral textures, layered harmonies, and complex structural development. Björn Ulvaeus's lyrics deepened in emotional scope, exploring themes of love, separation, memory, and introspection. The vocal performances of Agnetha Fältskog and Anni Frid Lyngstad added emotional contrast, turning songs into multi-layered narrative experiences. ABBA achieved a rare balance between commercial dominance and artistic integrity, dominating global charts while maintaining compositional sophistication. Their influence extended beyond music into fashion, visual design, and broader pop culture aesthetics. By the late 1970s, ABBA had become one of the most successful and influential musical acts in history, shaping the direction of modern pop music on a global scale. Emotional strain and the human reality behind fame. As ABBA's global fame expanded, the personal relationships within the group became increasingly complex. The romantic partnerships between Benny Andersson and Agnetha Fältskog, and between Björn Ulvaeus and Anni-Frid Lyngstad, created an emotionally interconnected structure in which personal and professional lives were deeply intertwined. However, the pressures of constant touring, recording, and global attention placed significant strain on these relationships. Over time, both marriages ended, Ulvaeus and Feldskog in 1979, followed by Andersson and Lyngstad in 1981. Despite these personal challenges, the group maintained professional discipline and continued working together. The emotional shifts within the group gradually influenced their music, which became more introspective and reflective. Rather than disrupting their creative output, these experiences deepened its emotional authenticity. Songs began to explore themes of separation, vulnerability, and emotional distance with greater honesty. This period revealed the human reality behind ABBA's polished public image, demonstrating how personal experience and artistic expression were inseparable within their creative process. The emotional complexity of this era became a defining aspect of their later work, the enduring myth and the music that refuses to fade. Even decades after ABBA's apparent farewell, their music continues to exist in a space that feels untouched by time. What began as a Swedish pop group has transformed into something closer to cultural memory, an ever-present soundtrack to joy, heartbreak, and nostalgia across generations. Benny Andersson's compositions, built with precision and emotional depth, have proven remarkably resistant to shifting musical trends. Songs like Dancing Queen and The Winner Takes It All are no longer just hits from a specific era. They have become living pieces of collective experience, played at weddings, reunions, and quiet personal moments alike. This endurance is not accidental, but rooted in the emotional honesty embedded in the songwriting, where simplicity meets profound feeling. As digital technology and stage innovation reshape how audiences experience music, ABBA's legacy has adapted without losing its essence. The ABBA tours of ABBA Voyage in London represent not replacement, but continuation, allowing audiences to witness a version of the band that bridges memory and modernity. Meanwhile, new listeners continue to discover the catalog, proving that the appeal is not bound to nostalgia alone, but to something more universal. Benny Andersson's role in this legacy stands central, not just as a composer, but as someone whose musical instincts captured human emotion with unusual clarity. In the end, ABBA's story is not frozen in the past. It continues to unfold quietly, persistently, and powerfully, reminding the world that great music does not age. It evolves, resonates, and remains. The Visitors and the End of a Creative Cycle. The release of The Visitors in 1981 marked a significant artistic shift for ABBA. The album introduced a more introspective and atmospheric sound, moving away from the brightness of their earlier work. Benny Andersson's arrangements became more experimental, incorporating early electronic textures and layered production techniques that created a reflective sonic environment. Björn Ulvaeus's lyrics explored themes of isolation, uncertainty, and emotional transition with greater subtlety. The vocal performances of Agnetha Feldskog and Anni-Frid Lyngstad emphasized restraint and emotional nuance, contributing to the album's introspective tone. Although still commercially successful, The Visitors was widely interpreted as signaling the end of ABBA's active creative period. By 1982, the group had quietly ceased collaboration without formal announcement. This understated ending contributed to the mystique surrounding ABBA, allowing their music to evolve in meaning long after their active years. The album remains a pivotal artistic statement of transition and emotional maturity, capturing the sense of an era quietly drawing to a close while preserving its emotional depth for future listeners. Reinvention, theater, and cultural expansion. After ABBA's disbandment, Benny Andersson and Björn Ulvaeus expanded their creative work into musical theater, transforming their songwriting approach into narrative-driven compositions. Their productions, including Chess and the global success Mamma Mia, demonstrated the adaptability of their musical language beyond pop performance. Mamma Mia further extended this legacy by bringing ABBA's music to new audiences through cinema and stage adaptation. These works showed that ABBA's songs could function within storytelling frameworks, enhancing emotional narrative through music. Meanwhile, Agnetha Fältskog and Anni-Frid Lyngstad pursued more private lives, occasionally returning to solo projects, but largely stepping away from global fame. Despite this separation, ABBA's music remained continuously present in global culture, rediscovered across generations through media, performance, and adaptation. Their songs became part of a shared emotional vocabulary that transcended time and geography. This enduring relevance demonstrated that ABBA was not confined to its original era, but rooted in universal emotional experiences that continue to resonate across changing cultural landscapes. Voyage, digital innovation, and the reinvention of presence. In 2021, ABBA returned with the album Voyage, marking their first new studio work in decades. This return was not a conventional reunion but a carefully designed artistic reinvention, combining nostalgia with technological innovation. Alongside the album, they launched ABBA Voyage, a digital concert experience featuring advanced visual recreations of their younger selves, performing with a live band. This project redefined the concept of live performance, allowing the group to exist on stage without physical touring. Benny Andersson and Björn Ulvaeus played central roles in shaping the project, ensuring that technological innovation remained aligned with emotional authenticity. Agnetha Fältskog and Anni-Frid Lyngstad contributed vocals, restoring the group's original creative unity in a new form. Audience response was overwhelmingly positive, spanning multiple generations and reaffirming ABBA's cultural relevance. Rather than recreating the past, Voyage transformed memory into living experience, demonstrating that artistic identity can evolve beyond physical presence while maintaining emotional continuity and creative integrity in a rapidly changing technological landscape. Legacy and the enduring emotional architecture of ABBA today. ABBA remains one of the most influential and enduring musical acts in global history. Their songs continue to resonate across generations, performed in theaters, streamed worldwide, and experienced through immersive digital concerts. The songwriting partnership of Benny Andersson and Björn Ulvaeus is widely regarded as one of the most sophisticated in pop history, combining structural precision with emotional depth. The vocal contributions of Agnetha Fältskog and Anni-Frid Lyngstad remain central to the group's identity, defined by contrast, clarity, and expressive power. What distinguishes ABBA's legacy is its permanence. Their music functions as emotional architecture that continues to evoke joy, nostalgia, and reflection decades after its creation. From stadium performances to cinematic adaptations, their influence spans multiple artistic forms. ABBA is no longer simply a group from the past, but an ongoing cultural presence. Their work demonstrates the enduring power of music to transcend time, preserving emotional truth and connecting people across generations and cultures with remarkable consistency and lasting impact.